Here are three chords that you should definitely know: a D, a C9 and a G, known as the pivot finger movement. Some people call it something different. I call it your pivot finger because everything pivots around that D note, which is the 3rd fret of the B string. So moving on to play the D chord, strum down once from the D string, and then move to the C9 chord by lifting fingers 1 and 2 off and placing your little finger down on the 3rd fret of the thinnest string, then putting your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of string 5, and then your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of string 4, and play from the A string downwards. That gives you C9. And then simply for the G, you just move those 2 fingers across from there to there. So that's from the A string with that finger, so that goes to the E string, and then from the D string that goes to the A string. So it's simple movement, and then you play all 6 strings. Here's a little thing you can practice by moving from one chord to the next. 1 strum of D, 1 strum of C9 and 2 strums of G. Something like this. That'll take a little bit of work if you're not used to the chord changes, but again, that finger does not move at all, stays there. There it is. Pivot finger. So let's use a metronome. So I've set the metronome to 80 beats per minute and leave 4 counts between each strum. So this is 80 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Now obviously there's a big gap between each chord change, but that's absolutely fine to start with. Then what you can do is build up the tempo of the metronome. So you then increase it to 90, then increase it to 100. But when you get to a certain point, you can actually double up, go back to 80, and instead of playing 1, 2, 3, 4, strum, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, strum, you can do this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now instead of leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, then strum, 1, 2, 3, 4, then strum, what you can do is just do 1, 2 and strum. So first strum is on 1, and then the next one will be on 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
The idea is to build up tempo, so you can end up with something like, when you're used to playing the chords, then you start doing different sorts of strumming. Now the other thing to do is call the D chord chord number 1, and then the C9 chord, you can call that chord number 2, and G chord number 3. Then you don't have to just do 1 and then 2 and then 3. You could do 3 and then 2 and then 1, like this. Or 2, 1, 3. So just mix and match those numbers. Call each chord 1, 2, 3, and just write it down on a bit of paper. You could just get the numbers 1, 2 and 3, and then just to rearrange the numbers in certain orders that will be beneficial to whatever you want to do. But if you know the chords, shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, have fun.